right, let's do our
Usual
sound check.
sound check and video check. Where's the camera again? I always forget. Is it right here?
No, actually, I'm using my phone right here.
Oh, so it's right here.
Yeah.
So I wave here.
Yes. All right, hello everyone. Can you guys hear us?
Hello. Sound check. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Volume's a little low, so give me a sound check, see?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you just have to
Speak closer. Let me move the.
turn up the gain on that.
Oh. How about now? Sound okay?
Yeah, that should be good. Then I'll turn up mine just a tad, and then I'll talk closer. Okay.
Welcoming
Camera.
remarks.
I'm gonna move it more towards you because
Okay.
people don't need to see my face. So.
But are you in? Is your face in it at all then?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
It is. But
Just want to say hello, everyone. Welcome to our very last season 3 of Masterchef reaction live stream. Finally, on the last 2 episodes of season 3, I think episodes 19 and 20. As promised, I finally am going to finish in the month of May, which is also Mental Health Month, and then I will be matching all donations that we've compiled since last year, since we started the season 3 reaction live streams. I'll be matching the donations 100%, 1 for 1, to the National Alliance of Mental Illness in memory of Josh Marks.
Yeah, so
my
right
season.
now we have $1,245.99 raised.
So I'll be donating that plus the same amount from my pocket. Let's see. Any questions while we're kind of waiting for some people to file in? Then before we get started on episode 19.
Yeah, I think the echoing is from the two mics like right next to each other. So I'll try to mute mine when I'm not really saying anything.
Okay. Is that better? Is the echoing better? How many people do we have in the room for now?
We have 39.
9. Did y'all have a good Memorial weekend? It was really hot in Houston, and we just went through multiple storms, windstorms, tornadoes, thunderstorms. Climate's getting out of control, y'all.
Yeah, we were without power for 6 days at the restaurants, and then our house didn't have power for 2 days. So
Yeah.
it's been fun. I had to throw out a lot of food and trying to navigate this whole thing. We were just in Chicago at the National Restaurant Show, and it was so nice. I think that was a week ago. Yeah, we went last weekend.
Yeah, the week before Memorial Weekend, so about a week and a half ago. Yeah. And then before that, I was in Washington, D.C. At a White House celebration for National Asian American Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. That's a mouthful, but it's AANHPI month. So I was there on a celebrity panel with some other famous folks, and then reception at the White House to celebrate our heritage. So month is winding down, so we'll be exiting Mental Health Month and AAPI Month and Healthy Vision Month. So a lot of things celebrated in May, but these are things that we should think about all year round, but designate May, I guess, as the month to really hone in on that. But
I was trying to pull up the Instagram to show pictures, but it's making me log in to see the pictures in larger format. But
well, I've posted pictures on my Instagram, so if you go to @theblindcook, you'll be able to see some of the DC stuff. I haven't posted about Chicago yet. That should be coming up soon.
yeah. All right, then let's get started.
Sounds good. We got 2 episodes, and it's a weeknight, school night.
Here we go. So last episode we watched was episode 18. Do you want to recap on that?
I don't remember. What was that
Or-
one again?
well-
Oh, it was the Final 4, right? And then before that, Final 5. So I think it was the one where it was. I remember the last one was we teamed up and cooked for some really famous French chefs. So I was with Becky. We were one team and we cooked against the boys, which consisted of Frank and Josh. And then we cooked for some of really big names in the culinary field, which was Alain Ducasse, Guy Savoy, and Danielle Ballud. And then, of course, the normal 3 judges that we always have. So that was very, very memorable. When I look back, I'm like, I can't believe I cooked for those 3 people. But at the time, I barely knew who they were. So that was kind of funny, too. So maybe it made me less nervous, but it was still a nerve-wracking episode or challenge, because producers were talking to me while we were trying to really pull off these 3 courses that were very fancy. And so I remember feeling stressed under that. So, but you can catch all of these live streams uploaded to my YouTube channel, Christine Hautu, right? Or The Blind Cook.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you miss any of these or you want your friends or family to watch them, they will be uploaded to YouTube, or most of them are, and this one will also be uploaded to YouTube afterwards.
Okay, so let's get started. Let me unmute.
Previously on Masterchef,
You'll face your toughest challenge yet.
the final 4 faced off in a challenge judged by 3 world-renowned
There
chefs.
you go.
Mine
There's the
was
recap.
perfect.
Good look, good taste.
When Frank and Josh lost, they went head-to-head in a legendary pressure test.
Honestly, guys, it's almost impossible.
In the end, Josh claimed victory and knocked Frank out of the competition.
My arch nemesis, Josh, gets me in the end.
Tonight, 3 semifinalists, all with one goal: to take a spot in the finale.
Remember what's at stake.
Familiar faces return. But only 2 can advance to compete for $250,000,
I'm about to take these girls down today.
a cookbook,
I am a force to be reckoned with.
and the title of Masterchef.
I don't know if I really meant that when I said it. I might have been told to say a line like that. You could tell I didn't sound too enthused.
After weeks of intense culinary competition in the Masterchef kitchen, 3 home cooks remain standing. Becky, a passionate 27-year-old from Kansas.
I remember shooting these hero
My
shots. They're
soul
called
is
hero shots.
consumed with this love of cooking. It truly is
I
the
remember
only
Becky said she
thing that I
felt
want to do
creepy
for the
trying to
rest of
sharpen
my
a
life.
knife or a camera for a long
From
time.
day 1 in the competition, Becky established herself as a front-runner.
A record 5 times. Becky, Becky, Becky.
And there's a reason that everybody fears you.
You just get stronger and stronger.
This is it. I have to win this competition. I know it. I feel it in my soul. This is my path. This is my career. I have to be the next MasterChef.
Josh, a 24-year-old from Mississippi.
If I can do what I love, instead of doing what everybody else wants me
So
to do,
young.
I'm gonna do it. That's it.
He immediately made a big impression on the judges.
See a little smile there.
Yeah, you cook like a pro.
2 words, slam dunk.
And from there, he showed his fighting spirit. Until his dream was cut short.
It's raw. It's disappointing having to leave the MasterChef kitchen, but I'm never giving up.
He fought his way back into the competition.
Please welcome back Josh.
Y'all messed up now. Me going to the semifinals validates everything that I stand for and everything that I came to this competition to do. I feel completely unstoppable. I'm gonna win.
And Christine, a 32-year-old student from Texas.
Coming here means realizing a culinary dream that I thought I could never achieve.
In the history of MasterChef,
That's
we've
true.
never had a blind contestant.
Amazing accomplishment.
Thank you, sir.
She was considered the underdog,
Christine, last pick again.
Yes, chef.
even by herself.
Who's going home?
It's probably gonna be me.
Stop doubting yourself. It looks stunning.
But as her confidence grew,
Christine. Christine!
Christine,
there was no stopping her.
are you really blind?
Yes, chef, I am. I just want to be an inspiration to people that they can get what they want if they really put their mind to it and they can overcome anything.
I'm definitely here to go all the way and win MasterChef.
I was, but I doubted I would win. Am I wearing a yellow dress with birds on it and a black Peter Pan collar? From what I remember.
Yeah.
I remember this dress because it's from Zara, and we had to go shopping because we'd run out of clothes, and the producers didn't want us to repeat what we kept wearing or whatever. So we had to go to the mall and buy clothes, and I remember Becky... Was it Becky? I think Becky picked this dress out, and she totally liked it, but I was like, it totally isn't my style, but we were in a hurry, so I just bought it. So I think I only wore this dress this one time.
Do you still have it?
No, I don't even think I can fit anymore. I've gained weight since the show.
Welcome. Congratulations. Wow. You are the best 3 home cooks in America. But only one of you can be the next MasterChef.
It's time for your final mystery box challenge.
I
On the
remember
count of
it's
3,
legs.
you'll lift that final mystery box.
Legs?
1,
Like frog legs?
2,
We'll see.
3.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
It's a cookbook.
Oh! Okay, maybe they didn't reveal yet what we cooked.
Can I?
Which we have.
Somewhere over there.
I guess we don't have any.
No, it's in my closet. I have a bunch in my closet.
Touch it?
Because we
It's a
sell them
cookbook.
online at
Your
theblindcook.com.
Oh
I
my
sign them and ship them off to you
My
if you want any.
cookbook.
Oh, yeah, here. I'll pull it up.
But yes, this is the cookbook. But I wonder, what was under the box? Because obviously they didn't print a real cookbook. What is it? Like
Yeah, they just printed a jacket.
a jacket? And was it our picture or something on it?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I still had that or could see it.
Yeah, if you guys ever want a signed cookbook, Christine, you can go to this website, theblindcook.com, and get a cookbook there.
And then I sign them and then ship them off to you.
With my big freaking mug right there on the front, it says MasterChef Season 3 winner. It's almost too much.
See, it would have been
to
a much
take in.
better effect
For
if
2
I
of
could
you,
see.
these blank cookbooks will be a nice souvenir.
Christine's just like, what is this, a book?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? I can't read this. It's not in Braille.
I gotta make a book?
Of your time here at MasterChef. But for one of you, all of those pages will be filled with your recipes. And thousands of copies of those books will be on store shelves across the nation.
Christine, who would you dedicate your very own cookbook to?
I think to my mom,
Why your mum?
because she was a really good cook, and she passed away when I was 14, and she never left me any recipes, and I've been trying to recreate them since.
Dang, y'all, I'm like tearing
Sounds
up listening to
amazing.
myself.
Becky, who would you dedicate your cookbook
I ended up
to?
dedicating my cookbook to my mom. And I'm long time been working on my memoir, which I'm going to dedicate to my dad.
My parents, because they've always inspired me to follow my dreams, even when other people didn't think I could do it.
Josh, who would you dedicate your book to?
Without a shadow of a doubt, my mom.
Why?
She's she's an amazingly strong woman. And she's my biggest fan.
Wonderful.
I think we're all emotional because we're very, very homesick by this point, because we were probably almost or pretty much 2 months into filming, and we're all sequestered and living in hotels away from home. So we're all homesick. So you can tell we're getting choked up because we just miss our families and we're just tired.
Yeah, and just a reminder, they were sequestered, so no internet, no phone, no laptop, no tablet. You're just kind of like siloed off from like the real world. I think if you had internet, I think it would have made things a lot easier. Then you can communicate with your friends and family. You can.
Yeah, but I understand why you can't, because they want to keep the results all under wraps and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah, I feel like it took a huge psychological toll on a lot of us, so I'm not really sure what they do nowadays. If anyone knows, like, feel free to comment.
Today, there are no twists and no curveballs. You're going into the pantry and choosing any ingredient you want to make an entree worthy of your very own cookbook. And since there are only 3 of you left, we will be tasting each of your dishes. And the best one will get a huge advantage in the last elimination test before the grand finale.
You've got 5
maybe I was
minutes
thinking
to
of
shop in
elimination
that amazing
when I said
pantry for the
legs.
ingredients to make your signature dish absolutely shine.
I don't remember
So,
this one.
knock us out. Your 60 minutes starts now. Off you go.
Make. Do I make like a
Let's go to the proteins.
In theory, this seems like a dream. Go into this beautiful pantry, choose whatever you want, and make a great meal. But I'm actually more nervous than if they would have just given me something.
It's gonna be me and Christine in the final 2. Becky, she doesn't have what it takes to just take it to the next level.
Wait, pause it, John. So it ended up being me and Josh in the finale, and I do remember we got to go out to eat dinner that night before like our finale, and Josh and I became really good friends, and he did tell me the whole time, he was like, at this point, he was like, he really at the beginning felt like Becky was his biggest competition, I think. And they got along really well too. They were good friends. But I don't know why, like, something kind of changed. Maybe they both are very competitive. And I mean, I'm competitive too, but I'm also like, I don't ever like to like brag or like say I'm better than someone else, because I really didn't know, and I think part of it is being visually impaired. I really didn't know if my dishes looked better or like I was doing better. But I think maybe Josh and Becky got really competitive against one another, so in the end, or maybe Josh saw something promising in me, but he did tell me, he's like, I knew it'd be us in the finale. So
Here we go.
Not even cooking from the heart anymore.
We've let them off the leash.
Yeah, and we're giving them a chance to really find their voice.
We want food that's them on a plate. I think that's what we're going to get today.
Like this?
Yes.
I see you're cutting up carrots.
Hey, Becky, what are you making?
Hello, I'm making pan-fried loup de mer. Then I'm gonna have a sunchuck puree with that.
So why is this dish going to be in your cookbook?
I'm really a fan of fresh fish, and I'm also a big fan of just cooking with beautiful ingredients, and I think that that's really something I want to be associated with.
Christine,
Hi, Chef.
how are you feeling?
I feel nervous.
The dish today, what is it?
The type of noodle stir fry with scallops.
Josh,
I think this is one where I make scallops.
Which one would you want to see in the final alongside you?
I might have to say Becky because I think she deserves to be there.
Good luck.
Thank you.
What are you making for us?
I'm making an Indian-style chicken curry. I made a curry blend with some whole spices and some aromatics.
So this could be a signature recipe for your book?
It really could. That looks good.
Yeah, it does. Smells great.
Thanks.
How's this dish coming along?
It's coming along.
It looks like you're struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that all the fish?
Yeah. The other fillet I used in the fish stock because I thought
You put a
that had
fillet in the fish stock?
It wasn't that pretty because I didn't butcher it very well, which I'm
Oh,
not proud of.
no.
But
are they showing her fish?
Yeah, her fish that she's like pan frying is very small. Like it looks like an ounce of meat.
Really?
And then he's like, "Where's the rest of the meat?"
Yeah,
and
and
it's in the stock.
Yeah, so and my first question too is like, why is the fillet making the stock? But I guess she butchered it up pretty badly.
Yeah.
Maybe she's nervous.
I'm sure. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
lot on
yeah.
the line.
I
Your
know.
chance to win, you know?
Yeah.
We got a question. So, what are your thoughts on making it to semifinals? Like, were you just like, how the hell did I get here?
Yes, 100%. I was like, dude, I just went on this show to like experience it and maybe have a story about Hollywood to go home and write about. Not ever thinking I would get this far. So I think when I made it to the semifinals, like, I'm in the top 3. My chances are 33.3% of winning. So couldn't believe it. Very much in disbelief.
Look like an entree. You know it's not an entree. That's the first time I've ever seen anyone put a fillet in a fish stock.
I'm a little nervous now that you don't think this is going to be enough for an entree.
No, I don't think. I know.
Oh man.
Oh, and he said, I don't think. I know.
She's running back. At least you can run back to the kitchen.
Oh.
15 minutes to go. Hopefully
Fish
to
cooks
woo us
fast.
with the best dish you've ever cooked so far in this competition.
There's like no room to mess up at all. So it's intense. It's like so intense.
The level of concentration on all their faces is quite extraordinary.
You have each person bringing a unique kind of culinary skill. Christine, who's cooking ethnic Vietnamese.
They show you just grabbing noodles and eating it.
Culture.
I was maybe hungry because our craft table was terrible.
Build flavors. And you have Becky's going to be light, fragrant, elegance, and beauty on a plate.
Was I making bean thread noodles or rice noodles? I don't know. Okay.
Worry about Becky's dish is I don't think there's going to be enough on there.
Not only was she butchering the lutein but I mean, she was butchering it. Yeah. So she's got these 2 tiny little fillets.
I hope there's enough in Becky's dish for me to taste.
Yeah.
I'm completely redoing my dish. I'm gonna switch it up. So instead, I'm gonna make a fish soup, and I hope that it'll be enough. I just gotta focus right now. If you have a misstep, you just gotta rise above, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. It's over till it's over.
I often did poorly when I pivoted.
Seconds to go in your very last mystery box challenge. One stunning entree that could be the centerfold of your very own cookbook. Come on. 10, 9.
I feel like I'm watching this all anew again. I don't remember this
6,
challenge that much.
5, 4, 3.
So my scallops look good.
1,
and I probably did a stir fry with the noodles, right? I bet I did like soy sauce, carrots for color,
as you know,
probably
we'll be
some
tasting all 3
cilantro,
dishes, and
onion.
the winner of this mystery box challenge, it comes with a huge advantage. Let's start with Josh. Let's go.
I need it right now.
And I always say my husband is a harsher judge than Gordon Ramsay.
I have to see with my eyes for 2.
Okay, what is that?
Curry Cornish hen with basmati rice.
And is this a dish that you could see within your book?
Yes, I definitely believe this dish will be in my book.
Why? What does this plating look like? Can you describe it to me, John?
He just has like the 2 leg quarters.
Oh, he left the chicken bone in?
Yeah, bone in. I think it's a leg quarter and a wing.
Oh, so it's like a lot of chicken.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like spread apart. And then he got a ring mold and plated his rice with cilantro. I think I would have kind of like put it more towards the center and like angled the chicken up higher so it looks a little
more
bit,
height.
Yeah, more height.
What color is the curry?
Curry, it kind of looks. So it's charred like jerk chicken, and it has like reddish. Looks like it has cilantro in it. So maybe it's like some kind of tomato base or like bell pepper base. I don't know. It looks good. Put some beans in that rice.
It's delicious. I mean, it's beyond delicious. It's phenomenal. It's got that blend, that fragrance, that ground garam masala. It's not too spicy. It's got the heat. It's got the richness as well. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm surprised they didn't like ream him on the bones. You know, like they'll be like, "Oh, you're gonna serve chicken with bones in your semifinals?"
So that's the thing too. Is like I feel like a lot of us contestants started wondering, like, pretty much the judges could get you on whatever they want. Like someone could be like, "Oh, this looks really rustic with the bone in," and then someone else they don't like, they'd be like, "Why'd you serve this with the bone in? It's so hard to eat." Yeah. So yeah, I could see that.
But I can see why they won't say anything bad on this
because we're in the semifinals.
Yeah, and they want to make
don't
it
want
super
us to look like
that,
and I think they don't also, as judges, you don't want to look like you made poor decisions choosing these 3 to be in the semifinals.
High five. That is killer.
Thank you.
That is so good.
Thank you.
It's not only is it got that heat and that spice, but I mean the sauce is like thick enough so you get a little bit with each bite. Really smart cooking.
Great.
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, I think Joe is wearing a Daytona Rolex. Maybe the Panda dial?
Remarkable. This dish shows the best of who you are as a person and your ability as a cook, no doubt. Congratulations.
Thank you, Joe.
I want to taste that.
Wow.
I love curry.
Thanks.
I think Josh definitely can keep his cool in the kitchen. He's confident, and I think he talks the talk, and I think he could walk the walk, too.
All right, the next dish that we'd like to taste belongs in the cookbook of Christine.
Christine's dish looks great as usual. Her scallops are seared beautifully. I don't even understand how she gets that type of caramelization being blind. She's really tough competition.
Love to see that wok come out.
Yeah. So I did a stir fry with some rice noodles, shallot, garlic, ginger, soy sauce, fish sauce, and then seared scallops that I seasoned with a little bit of salt and chili oil.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'd eat that.
Yeah.
I'd eat my own dish.
We should add this on our menu, man. I don't know why we
I had
don't add
friends
this.
that have my cookbook and they cooked this dish and they liked it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've cooked this dish since.
I say we add this.
Well, John is not a huge fan of scallops.
I'm not. I think it's expensive for what you get.
What are their facial expressions?
Joe's eating it. He wrapped it around his fork like
It's
a
really
pasta.
a complete sensation because it's kind of salty, sweet, rich. The noodles have a great texture to them.
Becky's just like rolling her eyes like, oh man, here we go.
But we don't know if Becky really is rolling her eyes at this. She could have been rolling her eyes during some other thing and they spliced it in right here.
It's very intense. How do you know how much of something you put in when you put it in the bowl?
I kind of measure it out in my hands and then I put it in and
So
then
how about
just
liquids?
adjust. I just kind of...
I put it in my mouth and I swish it around and then I know the taste and then I spit it.
He's probably like, first of all, in a professional kitchen, you should be putting noodles straight up in your hands and then putting it in the bowl without wearing a glove.
Did you make your own chili oil?
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember.
I mean, chili oil is pretty easy, so.
I don't remember.
What is your favorite dish at your current restaurant?
My favorite dish, it's either our egg rolls, mom's egg rolls, which have always been a favorite food of mine since childhood, or maybe the Bangkok, which is like these little fritters or little mini cakes that are made out of coconut milk and turmeric, and they have a little shrimp on them, and they're fried till they're crispy, and then you wrap them in some fresh lettuce with herbs, and you dip them in fish sauce vinaigrette. I don't know. I guess those are probably the two off the top of my head.
Let me see if I can get a better angle if I move this camera.
What are you doing?
Does that look better? Can you see her better?
Where's the camera? Over here?
Yeah, I'm just trying to like angle it in a way like this.
Where's my...
All right, let's try that. Before it was better, but someone said we see her pretty face. Here, we'll do her pretty face with the mic in front of it. All right, here we go.
Wait, so what? Oh, Joe was asking about.
Yeah.
When he says the dish is intense, that to me almost sounds negative, like it's too spicy or too salty. But.
All right, here we go.
Guess and adjust.
You taste and then adjust?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Damn, that looked good. I want those noodles.
Joe is so
tastes
tense.
incredible. And
scary.
the flavor of the scallop shines through. Good job.
Thank you, chef.
I guess Graham didn't say much else worthy of keeping in the cut. Is this Gordon?
Yeah.
I mean, there's two things I could wish right now. I wish you could see this bowl of food, and I wish your mother was standing next to me tasting it, because it's a true testament of where you've come in this competition.
Damn,
I'm telling you.
I'm about to tear up.
Absolutely delicious. Well done.
Thank you.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, Becky,
Man,
please
Gordon
bring
really
your
knows how to tug at your heartstrings.
dish. Tell me about this dish.
I made pan-fried loup de mer fish soup with sunchoke puree, roasted fennel, and a vinaigrette with charred jalapeno and scallions.
I mean, it's a pretty small portion for an entree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks rough. Not a lot of protein there. Concerning.
The fillets were going to be too small, so I ended up taking the fish that I used to make the stock, and I turned that into like a fish soup with roasted fennel.
The fish itself, I love the crust on it, but ultimately, it's a little dry. Slightly overcooked. I don't know.
I mean, it's seasoned well, but it's not a cohesive dish. It doesn't scream who you are.
I guess I think that The type of food that I grew up eating is not very like sophisticated, so I think that for me, I'm trying to maybe do too much than I can right now. And then I was just thinking about what I should be doing to like, for you guys and to beat them, and I just completely lost it. And I don't have a good excuse.
That's honest.
There's a lot riding on your shoulders, and you've been a front runner. And right now, you're definitely not, especially with a dish like that.
Damn, that sucks.
It was the wrong thing to pick.
And you know that you can't butcher it.
Doesn't quite make sense, does it? At this stage of the competition.
And then you look at Christine's scallops.
Well,
Josh
it
knew
sounds
right
like
away.
Becky's dish was the worst out of the three.
We've ranked the dishes from first place, second, and third, and that will determine who gets the biggest advantage in your final elimination test.
The person who cooked the dish at the bottom of the pile was Becky.
It's down to Christine and Josh. The person who prepared and cooked the best dish
is...
I think they picked Josh.
I think your noodles are
the person who prepared and cooked the best dish tonight. Christine.
Oh, I didn't even remember winning this.
Dude, you're like looking at Josh and like making fun of him.
That
I
dish
am.
was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Absolutely mind-blowing. How do you feel?
Great. I'm glad I won the last mystery box. I'd be pissed off if this sucker won, man.
Christine, well,
I can't believe I said that on TV.
You probably wanted to say a curse word.
Yeah, I probably did.
Thank you.
Going into this elimination is essentially the most pressure that I've ever felt. I have to come back. I have to redeem myself now.
okay, up next is your final elimination challenge. Let's all go into the pantry and you can find out what
Yeah, I
your
feel like Josh
advantages
and I are like
Please,
brother and
let's go.
sister, so we're like.
So what
friendly
advantage do you have?
I think maybe I get to assign.
I thought you would have like get a pass or something, and they have to. duke
No
it out
way,
or something.
man! It's the semifinals. There's no way. I think they wanted to like really
In the
just keep you on your
final
toes. But I
elimination
either
challenge.
get to assign who gets to cook what, or maybe I get first pick.
Uh.
But I remember it's legs, so I know there were chicken legs, frog legs, and I don't remember what the third one was.
Goat leg or something?
No.
All three
Lamb
home
leg,
cooks will
maybe? I
each
don't
make
know.
one
Maybe
dish,
lamb
with the
leg.
best two moving into the grand finale.
You are about to find out the consequences of winning and losing that final mystery box challenge. Christine, once you've heard what the three very different ingredients are, you'll get to pick which one you alone will cook with.
Josh, for coming in second, you get to pick from those remaining two ingredients. Of course, that means, Becky, you don't get a choice.
The theme of tonight's final elimination challenge
Legs.
is legs.
And the first legs are
Lamb.
leg of lamb, a classic cut of meat,
And I do remember.
but difficult to cook.
The next legs used to belong to
Chicken.
chicken. Used in every cuisine and culture
I'm all
around
about
the
those
world.
chicken legs.
And the third and final personal favorite of mine. I absolutely love them.
Shit, I would not want.
Hello,
frogs.
Kermit. Frog legs.
Wow.
So, Christine, what legs are you going
I would
for?
do the lamb.
I have to think about, do I play to my strength or do I pick something that leaves someone else to get screwed on? Hopefully, I can do both.
I'm maybe the simplest and the least expensive, but I think I can do the most with them. So I'm gonna go with the chicken legs.
Yep.
Wow.
You know, how much is frog legs? I don't think we've ever bought frog legs. So
Yeah, I don't make them at
I
home.
wonder if it's cheaper than chicken.
I don't know. Well, they left that in, so maybe a lot of people, if I'm wrong, they're
Josh.
like, "No, you fool."
Think very
Leg of
carefully.
lamb, I don't have a lot of experience with, but if I had that,
So
that would have been
essentially,
my
I'm
second
picking for
choice.
me and for Becky right now. I mean, this is a huge advantage.
Yeah,
What do you
braise
think?
it
Finish it off,
in
no.
a.
I don't think Becky's ever cooked with frog legs before.
Frog legs taste like chicken, and it's cliche to say it, but it absolutely tastes like chicken.
so I'm gonna have to choose the leg of lamb.
That's his strength,
Becky,
too. I think he's good with
when was the last time you cooked frog's legs?
That would be never, chef.
When was the last time you ate frog's legs?
Again, never.
Wow.
You all have 10 minutes now
So
to
the
shop
smart
for
thing to do
anything
is
else
Becky
you
should
need
cook
to
one
make
off
a
real quick
dish
to understand
that
the
can
taste
get you
profile.
to the MasterChef finale.
and see how it cooks.
That 10 minutes starts
like a
now.
pan-sear or something.
This is the last dish before the finals, so you had to play to win. Now is not the time to be around with frog legs.
I have to cook something with these frog's legs that's going to show the judges that I belong in the finale. And I have no idea.
Frog legs. I'd probably cook them the same way I made
How
the
many-
chicken legs, batter and fry them like fried chicken.
How much time do you have? An hour?
I don't know. What did they say? I'm assuming an hour.
Maybe. I think I would have. If I had frog legs, I think I would have maybe butchered it up and make like frog meatballs or something and use like some kind of marinara sauce or something.
I wonder if butchering a frog leg is easy though, because they're so small and probably like weird bones in them that are like all small and fragile.
Yeah, I don't know.
How to cook with these things.
Okay, we've got a surprise for you, and it's waiting back in the MasterChef kitchen.
What? Remember this?
Oh, all the contestants are back.
Oh!
We got docked.
I think I went out there and I didn't know what was happening.
Hey, you're like, who is that?
Yeah,
Who is
yeah.
that?"
I think my face was like, what? What's going on? And then Becky told me they're all back.
Wow.
Now it feels like more pressure with all these people watching.
Welcome back, everybody.
I talking smack,
They
but
are
we
gonna
didn't belong
cheer
up there.
You on into the finale.
Seeing all these familiar faces cheering us on, it gives me hope, and it really does lift me up a little bit. I was questioning myself, but I know that all these guys are behind me, and it really helps with my attitude.
Magnificent Monty. Who do you think right now has it to win MasterChef?
I think this is a girl's game to lose, but I think Christine will win.
Ooh, Monty
Frank,
knew.
who do you think is going to win this competition?
There's no question in my mind. I want Becky to win because she has a huge passion for food.
F that guy.
Ryan, how have you been?
I've been very good, thank you.
Who will win MasterChef?
Josh will win MasterChef.
Well, it's great to have you all back here in the MasterChef kitchen. Please head up
Each
to the
person,
balcony.
I think they asked all of them, but they only cut to like people who said different names.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they asked everybody.
Show your support for the final three.
You three, onto your stations, please. Thank you. Two of you will be going on to the MasterChef finale. Becky, Christine, and Josh, your time starts now.
So, someone said they cut out the other 14 other people who said Christine.
That's a funny joke.
Becky, Christine, and Josh, your time starts now.
I knew immediately I was going
This
to
is
make
the
fried
last
chicken.
dish before the finals. We're about to start cooking. I'm about to take these girls down today.
Where's my chef's knife?
Okay, someone asked, how many picked you as the winner prediction?
I honestly don't remember, but it was probably pretty split. But I feel like Becky might have gotten the majority.
I worked my ass off to get here to top 3. I overcame obstacles that
Damn, I'm
I
all
didn't think I
cursing
could
now.
overcome, but now I believe in myself. I definitely deserve to be in top 2.
You look like you're like been drinking.
I probably have.
Your eyes are like kind of half closed, and you look like you've been.
They probably let me drink because they knew I'd talk more smack. Because otherwise, I'm really nice and timid. And then they're like, "Okay, get some alcohol, Christine." Then she's gonna talk all this smack in
Yeah,
the
sing like a
confessional.
canary.
Josh and Christine and I, we're all in the top 3 for a reason, but I don't want to just be in the top 3. I came here to leave the winner with that trophy in my hand.
Kristen got the first pick. She chose chicken. Which one would you have picked?
Definitely for me, it would have been the chicken. I think it's the most versatile. You can use the skin, the bone, the meat.
Joe?
I would have definitely done a roasted lamb deglazed with anchovies and red wine vinegar. So good.
That sounds great.
I would have gone for the frog's legs. Dusted with lemon powder, a little bit of cayenne, and a little touch of paprika.
I think I used the advantage to the best of my ability because I've never cooked frog legs, so I wanted to stick with something that I know and can be tasty.
I actually picked lamb legs myself because this complements my style of cooking. I think it's great that Becky got the frog legs because she's going to be out of her comfort level.
The pressure right now is on Becky. She's never tasted a frog's leg. She's never cooked a frog's leg.
Josh was trying to trip me up for sure, you know? But I gotta believe in myself, and I just gotta focus right now and not mess up.
We're competing to enter into the final two, the finale of MasterChef. I want to see complex dishes. I want to see technique. I want it all.
I did nothing what Joe was asking for. I fried chicken legs.
Right, Christine, what's the dish?
I'm gonna do just like Southern fried chicken.
But how are you going to refine it in a way that it stands out and lands that place in the final?
Just fry it to perfection with the right batter and then serve it with a...
I can't tell if you're like giving up and you're just like on cruise control or like you're just super confident.
No. Okay. First of all, I did gain confidence over the competition. When I did the worst was when I did things like try to cook a salmon that I like knew would taste bad. And I didn't even like cooked salmon, and I did it anyway. Or anytime when I tried to like cook something that I was like either out of my element, it was a dish I was not familiar with, or something I wouldn't want to eat, I was like, I'm not going to do well. So I started realizing I'm just going to cook whatever I felt like I would want to eat that day. So I love fried chicken. It's one of my favorite foods. And so I was like, I'm just going to do fried chicken. But the judges were giving me a hard time because they're like, do you really think in the semifinals, like fried chicken is going to be like good enough or gourmet enough to get you to the finale? But at that point I was like, I love fried chicken, and I think that's exactly what I said when I was being judged. Not cruise control. Why? What would you have done, John?
I don't know.
And kale that tastes good, and you know, the balance of the texture of the two different components together.
Good luck.
He's like, good luck.
Josh, what's the dish? What's the dish?
Carne mignoles.
Can you explain what a carne mignole is to me?
I'm going to take a yuca root, boil it, smash it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put some chopped corn in there and cilantro. Then I'm going to stuff it with braised lamb meat.
And you've made this before?
I have.
Is this your dad's recipe?
Well, my dad made me eat it when I was used to go to Panama when I was younger.
Now you're going to make us eat it. You got enough time to make it?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Usually a leg of lamb braises for 7 hours. My strategy is to braise the lamb in a pressure cooker. It's the only way I can get it done in an hour. I think it's gonna come down to the wire.
All right, guys, let's go. Woo!
I think I was smart in choosing the chicken legs.
Becky, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Cooking
Leg
frog
of
legs
lamb
is
would taste
something-
really good, but it would take a long time to cook, so I'd be too nervous about the leg of lamb. Frog's legs, I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
It's more difficult than cooking fish as a protein. It overcooks within seconds and goes dry.
Okay.
So it's a very delicate, dainty protein.
Right.
Understand it properly.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm going to do corned sweet potatoes, then I'm going to do pan-fried frog legs with garlic and butter and just make a little fresh salad.
Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
She's awesome.
All right, guys, 15 minutes to go.
Oh, man, it's good.
Christine, Becky, Josh, only 2 of you are going into the MasterChef final. Come on.
Come on, Christine.
Who's going home tonight?
I think that if
I heard
Becky
someone
can
say
really
my name, but I don't know who that
It was Mike, the Cowboy Mike.
kind of ramp it up again, I think Christine might be a bit in jeopardy because Josh is like a freight train full of speed right now.
I will say the side I made for this dish sucked.
You're all coming into your last 10 minutes. Come on.
The lamb has been cooking for a long time, and it should be cooked by now. I'm running out of time.
Let's see if it's ready.
Is that cooked, Josh?
I'm gonna see.
We'll see.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's cooked.
I don't know how that guy pulls it out the bag.
I won't have time to let it cool and shred it, so I'm just gonna have to chop it up, stuff it in the yuca, and fry it.
Come on, Josh. Yeah, this is
Oh,
like my
he's making
top.
like a meat pie. That sounds good.
Hurry, Josh, hurry. Every moment counts. Let's go. Focus.
2.5 minutes to go. Come on.
Come on, guys.
Remember what's at
Based on
stake.
these dish descriptions, I would pick Josh. Sounds the best.
Oh, wow.
frog legs
Christine, it
look
looks
good, too.
delicious.
Thanks, guys.
How's Becky doing?
She's kicking butt, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Josh.
I'm letting it fry to the last possible moment. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Come on, 59 minutes gone. 1 minute to go. Fram. Josh, you've got to plate.
Get him out, big man. Get him out.
Come on, let's
Come on,
go.
Josh.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Oh, okay. There's just not a lot of color on his
yuca?
yuca balls.
4, 3, 2, 1, and stop.
Making like some kind of creamy thing?
Yeah, I made cream
Slaw?
kale. No, cream kale, and it was not good.
Two of you will be going on to the MasterChef finale.
I should have done corn.
For one of you, you've just cooked for the very last time inside the MasterChef kitchen.
Your chicken looks good.
We cannot wait to
Looks like you
taste
put a little blood orange
these
slice.
amazing dishes.
Yes, I did use
Christine,
blood orange.
let's go.
I used blood orange in the marinade, I think, and maybe some zest in the
Fried
back.
chicken, this better be amazing.
Right. What is it?
I did like a southern style buttermilk battered fried chicken with creamed kale.
Crust looks
Yeah,
good.
what can you do with the drum? I mean, you can't bone it out, you can't stuff it. It has to be fried, roasted. Christine, to get you into the final, this had better be a bloody good fried chicken, let me tell you. So the seasoning around the chicken is what?
Paprika, cayenne, thyme, and sage,
No fish
and
sauce?
blood orange.
He's trying the kale.
Christine, is delicious. The seasoning is absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
It's got the heat in there, it's crispy, it's moist inside, and it's cooked perfectly. I love it. I was a bit nervous about the blood orange aspect, especially that sort of fragrant blood orange.
Thank you, chef.
What would I change? A little less cream in the kale.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause you've
I
got the
agree.
tomatoes and the onions, and with that cream in there, it's almost overmasked.
Okay.
But the fried chicken was delicious.
Thank you, chef.
Modern, home, comfort food. I mean, only you could glamorize a drumstick, let me tell you.
Thank you.
Christine, how you doing?
I'm nervous.
Try the kale. And he spat it back out.
I was like, you did?
Like he ate the fried chicken like a man, like a true Southern person. Like picked
Like
it up,
big ass bite?
picked it up and just ate it. You know, Gordon was using a knife.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
It's cooked perfectly. Being able to use blood orange, buttermilk, trying to impart some acidity that comes from the zest. It really works with the spices that you chose.
Thank you.
I would say the only thing that I would do to change the greens is less of that creaminess. The chicken is absolutely badass.
Okay,
Good job.
thank you, chef.
I will say we have a fried chicken special tonight, Thursday nights at the Blind Goat. Not at all like the one I cooked, but I mean similar in that it's southern fried, but many different spices. Is this now Joe trying my fried chicken?
Yeah.
They know I'm most
fried
intimidated by
chicken goes.
him.
It's quite good.
Thank you.
It's crunchy. It's moist on the inside. The kale's cooked well. Well, you blanched it, and I saw you put it in nice. Got a perfect crunch to it. It's got a nice consistency. But it's just too creamy. Could you taste the ratio when you put it in your mouth, how creamy that kale is?
I actually was pulling the kale out, and when I was plating it, I was trying to strain the cream out.
So you know there's too much cream in there.
Well, now I know.
But you knew that when you plated it. Damn. So you didn't taste it.
Dang, he just dissed you and walked away.
I said, he got me.
Thank you. So my fried chicken gets pretty rave reviews.
Should have whacked him with your cane.
From all three judges, so I'm really happy about that. But my cream kale, they say, is too creamy, so I am worried that the cream kale could send me home.
All right,
Why did I make corn? What the hell was I thinking?
I know you've never made me cream corn. Like why?
Yeah, because this caused me PTSD, and I would never cook cream kale again.
Second pick of the legs, that is Josh. Come on, Josh.
Damn, this is a sexy plate. This is the kind of dish that Becky should be taking pictures of.
Damn.
What did you make?
I made leg of lamb carne mayonnaise with mango salsa, tomato salsa, and a tomatillo salsa.
Damn,
We're cooking to get into the finale. You pick leg of lamb, and then you bring me this. This is the last recipe in the last page in the last chapter of the lamb cookbook.
So see, Josh is being
It's
reamed for
so
not
risky.
using a lot of
Yuca, starchy, difficult to work with. Braising lamb in under an hour. Why take all those risks?
I felt like I could do it.
Yeah, I think this is what happens when you like overthink it. It's like should have just braised it and then finish it off in the oven and like get a good sauce and then maybe some broccoli rabe and then call it a day.
That's why I made fried chicken.
I've never.
Someone's like, "Dang, it really is Fried Chicken Thursday."
It is. I told y'all.
Never
Did
eaten
you look
anything
on our
quite like
website?
this. It's crispy without being doughy, and your lamb is tender. Your sauces are pure. They scream of their ingredients. Once again, Josh, you've astounded me because this is really quite delicious.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Kill it.
Straight off the bat, visually, I think it's beautiful. Nice crunch on the outside.
Now I want some fried yuca.
They're nice, they're consistent, and the sauces are rocking. This is really, really good, Josh. I'm proud of you for being able to put that up. Good job.
Thank you.
And the three sauces?
Salsa roja with tomatoes, red chili peppers, garlic and curry. Salsa verde, tomatillo, poblano, jalapeno, lime, and cilantro, and mango.
Have you been to Panama?
I have.
You have?
Yes,
Hey,
I
man,
mean,
Josh
growing
is
up,
showing off.
my dad used to take me down
He
there. He had a
braised
house and
lamb,
he used to
put it in yuca, fried it, and made 3 different salsas.
make me eat beets. He used to knock coconuts down from the tree and make me drink the water, and I hated it. And I was like a hot dog and chicken nuggets kind of kid.
Josh, it's delicious. The three sauces are very clever. Your father from Panama right now would be incredibly proud. Great job.
Thank you.
Good job, Josh.
And finally, Becky, step forward, please.
Josh got a really great review, and Christine did okay. So I'm hoping that mine's better than Christine's.
What did you make?
True.
Garlic butter fried frog's legs with confit potatoes, mushrooms, and a bitter green salad.
Good. Joe's
I
like,
really want to be in the final 2, and I think I deserve it. And I know that I could create some amazing food in this finale, and I just want that opportunity so bad.
Someone says, doesn't the food get cold over time it takes for the judge to taste?
Yes, and the judges know that they're not supposed to judge on temperature. But I think strategy-wise, what I learned over time cooking the competition is that while they won't judge you on temperature, you probably shouldn't cook anything that's going to look bad as it gets cold, like something that might coagulate or split or whatever. So I did think about that when I choose the dishes I made.
Had you had the choice, would you have picked frog's legs?
No.
The frog is good. It's good. It's it has nice color. It's cooked through. It's still moist on the inside, which is really very easy to overcook these.
You never said it was delicious.
Shallots are caramelized perfectly. The
What
mushrooms
did-
are
was
crunchy.
that Ryan?
Josh looked over to you and he says, he never said it was delicious.
Oh.
Being good. Your salad is interesting, but these potatoes look pretty soggy and greasy.
I deglaze and let them cook in the oven with wine.
Wine with potatoes?
Well, I thought that it would like kind of add a richness to them.
Something you invented? Because they're definitely soggy.
Dang, Joe's just kicking all of our asses.
No, he's just kicking you guys in the nuts.
It's a tough call to present a dish worthy of a place in the final, having never cooked it before. No one can underestimate the pressure involved there, and you nailed it. Visually, it's got that impact. Love the seasoning. It's got the perfect amount of acidity. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Tasty, but the potatoes, slightly too soggy. When I taste your frog legs, it doesn't strike me that you've never cooked them before. And more importantly, you didn't let these legs get the better of you, let me tell you. Good job.
Thank you.
Pretty good job.
Dang, it sounds like it's come down to either me or Becky going home.
Frog legs are good. I like the texture. You didn't overcook it. The potato, doing them too early and leaving them in that pan, I mean, literally, if you squeeze and just see, it's like a sponge. It's like really just kind of greasy and buttery. With what you were given, you made something that was rustic and homey. Good job.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Do the potatoes look overcooked?
It's a tough call.
It just looks soggy.
What is a soggy potato like? I'm trying to imagine what that looks
So
like.
she cut the potato, like a whole potato, and just cut thin slices so they're like round, like medallions.
Those frog legs were good.
They really were.
I mean, the sear.
She should have done more. We needed more
I
from
mean,
that
if you
dish.
dissect it, it's like potatoes with a little bit of salad.
The big surprise for me was Josh's dish. The sauces were delicious, and it was really good.
The only thing I didn't like was the lamb could have been a touch more.
Wait.
What should have been shredded.
Can you rewind it?
Fried chicken.
The big surprise for me was Josh's dish. The sauces were delicious, and it was really good.
The only thing I didn't like was the lamb could have been a touch more.
What should have been shredded.
Fried chicken was
Do
great.
you think Christine should have played to her strengths in the Vietnamese, or?
I like that she went down south.
Very simple dish that I surprisingly liked more than I thought I would. The chicken, the breading was exquisite. It was spiced, it was crunchy.
Exquisite.
I just bumped my mouth
And
into
it was
the microphone.
Like a symphony in my mind.
really, really good.
The kale was too creamy.
Too creamy.
Right?
Didn't work for me that
It
part.
was too really heavy.
That didn't work. We have to judge this challenge on those dishes alone.
Yeah.
It's almost a bad potato
Christine,
versus
Josh, and
bad
Becky,
kale.
3 incredible dishes that have just made for some very heated discussion. Well done.
Thank you.
The first person through to the Masterchef final
I'm probably gonna say Josh.
Yeah.
is
Commercial.
Josh.
What's his reaction?
Me going to the final validates everything that I came to this competition to do. I put my whole life on hold to be here, and I gotta win. There's nothing and nobody that can stop me.
Vibrant, delicious, authentic, and you left this competition on a freaking boiled
I
egg.
think at this point in my head, I was like, okay, I always expect the worst. So I'm like, okay, Christine, just be prepared that you're going home. Be prepared you're going home. But at least you made it to the top 3.
You won your apron back, and look at you.
Wow, wow, wow.
How do you feel?
It's like a dream come true.
You deserve your place in the final. Well done.
Good job.
Good job, Josh.
Thank you, Chef.
It's me and Christine standing here, and
You guys are holding
I'm just scared. I'm really, really scared.
2 gifted individuals.
Definitely nervous feeling. I can hear Becky next to me breathing and sighing, and I'm sort of the same way. My heart's racing.
Did you think you won at that point?
No, I told you. I'm just like, just prepare for the worst. And
So you thought you lost compared to Becky?
yeah, I was preparing my mind to lose.
Whatever happens from now on in, you both should feel incredibly proud. But only one can join Josh in the grand finale. The person joining Josh in the MasterChef finale.
You know, they pause like for 10
The
seconds.
potential to publish your very own cookbook. The $250,000 and the right to call yourself MasterChef. That person is...
Commercial? Oh, maybe not.
Congratulations, Christine.
Oh my gosh, what's my reaction?
They like blurred your mouth. You said shut the fuck up.
Did I? I said
Yeah, and then it bleeped it, and then it blurred your mouth. I can't believe they did that.
So, you knew I said shut the F up?
Yeah, watch, listen.
Congratulations, Christine.
It's really surreal. I just can't believe I've made it this far. I've definitely surprised myself just coming here and being able to kick butt.
Good job, Christine!
That last interview looks like it was the next day, and it looks like you've been partying. Like, your face is puffy, and you look like you partied.
I think that's when we didn't party, because I think that's when me and Josh went out to dinner, and we were probably celebrating that we're in the finale. And that's when Josh and I were talking, and how he was just like, I knew it'd be me and you in the finale.
Good job, girl.
I'm just completely floored and devastated.
Becky, honestly, your frog legs were delicious, but that plate was somewhat lacking. Unfortunately, the potatoes got the better of you. Too soggy and greasy.
She never cooked another potato in her life.
What happens next, Becky?
Go home and try to find a restaurant that I can kind of go sneak in and hopefully work at for a little while.
I've got a few restaurants. Trust me, each and every one of those doors are open, whether it's in the center of Europe, Paris, New York, I don't care. The door is open. Anytime you wish. You have a gift and you should be in the food industry.
Thank you so much.
Come here, you. Well done.
Thanks.
Which she is.
I truly felt like this was my path, but top 3 is pretty good. This has definitely been a life-changing experience.
I could serve this as an appetizer in a restaurant.
Thank you. The confidence that was instilled in me is priceless.
Congratulations, Becky.
This is a confirmation that even though I am a home cook,
It's restaurant quality.
oh my God, I have what it takes to be a chef. See you guys. I will get back up and I will always keep going because that's all I know how to do.
Christine and Josh, our
bet I'm,
MasterChef
like, shocked.
finalists. Well done. Amazing.
It's an amazing feeling. I have a lot of strength in me. No matter what knocks me down in life, I've overcome it, and Josh is just another hurdle that's in my way, so I'm gonna go all the way and win that thing.
That's a big hurdle, though.
He is
Got
7
one
feet tall.
hand on that amazing
And I'm
trophy.
5'3".
Christine has a hard freaking battle in front of her. I feel like I'm a better cook than I ever even thought I could be.
The MasterChef finale is going to be the biggest day in your entire lives. Good luck.
Thank
and
you.
Good night.
Next Monday on MasterChef.
And then they
winner
sequestered us,
of
and I couldn't hang out with all of our friends. It was just me and Josh.
Chef is
It's the grand
But
finale.
Becky got to hang out.
Josh and Christine face off in the biggest culinary showdown of the year.
Good luck. I got it, though.
Only one will walk away with $250,000.
I do remember filming that. It was
more
felt
than anything I've ever wanted in my life.
A book deal.
Tonight's the night I make it happen.
And the title of MasterChef.
All right, y'all ready to do the finale? Is it a 1 hour or 2 hour finale? I don't even remember. Can you tell when you pull it up? Any questions while we're pulling up?
41 minutes.
Oh, okay, so it is an hour. Any questions before we
Yeah,
start the
someone's
finale?
asking, what is Becky doing now?
So she has done a lot of private chefing. She's actually chef for some really big names that I don't think I'm allowed to say who. She does pop-ups around the country as part of an like an experience group that recreates like fun television shows or movies in a bar and restaurant setting. She is a mom to two young kids. She still lives in Southern California. She's married. But yeah, I think she does a lot of flexible chefing since now she has two young kids, so she still does private events and other stuff like that. But that is what Becky's doing. I caught up with her recently when she was here. I want to say late March or maybe April or something, when she was here doing the Family Guy Experience pop-up. So she came through Houston and invited us to a friends and family thing there, and so got to meet up and catch up with her for a little bit.
Did production let you know who wanted to come to the finale, like friends or family?
No, we had no idea that they would bring anyone to the finale. But John could probably talk about that experience because he was on the other end when he probably got the call from the producers.
Yeah, they called me out of the blue and they're like, okay, don't say anything, but Christine's in the finale.
I wish you filmed yourself reacting to that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, on your end.
I didn't even know who was calling.
Yeah,
because it's like a random number.
Yeah, and you actually picked up?
Yeah.
Probably because you saw maybe it was LA based you were like, oh, it might be something to do with Christine.
I think someone called me previously and was like, hey, you might be getting a call later. Make sure you answer it.
Oh.
And I think that was before the competition.
Oh, yeah,
and
maybe
right
before like maybe I was in the
Yeah.
top 3, so they were probably like, hey, there's a chance. They probably call all of our families.
Yeah.
So how did you react? Do you remember where you were, anything?
I mean, I was home. And I was just like, oh my God, I need to figure out who I'm going to like ask to come.
Well, what did they say? They said Christine's in the finale, find some people to come?
Yeah, it was like, oh, like, is there anyone you want to bring with you? And then I was like, okay, like probably my mom, my brother, and like some of your friends. I think I asked your dad too.
But my dad was living in Vietnam at the time.
And then I
did
think
he
I was
even
kinda,
answer?
I don't think I called your dad.
Yeah, he didn't call. If anything, you might have emailed.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just like a mad scramble because they were like, we need to know who's gonna come. I need their names, for the.
So you probably right when you hung up with them, you started calling.
Yeah,
and you were like, "Oh my God, Christine's in the
finale." I was like, "Don't say anything."
Who did you call first? Your brother?
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't remember.
Do you remember anyone's phone call? Like, you remember anything?
Man, I don't remember. It was like such a.
It's a life-changing moment, hon.
I think it was more. I was just in a hurry to just get an answer from everyone. Just be like, do you have time to come to LA to like film this?
Yeah. Because how many days commitment was it? Like maybe 2?
I think it was 2 days.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was it like during the time between the previous episode and finale? So what did you do after this episode?
I don't remember how many days lapsed. I want to say at least 2 days lapsed because they did let us plan the menu. The finale wasn't like the other challenges where you suddenly just find out that day what you get to cook with. We actually got to plan our meal, our menu that we were going to cook. And for my season, my finale, it was a 3-course meal. So we had to do an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. And they did give us like at least a day to probably plan it. And then I think they let us practice it as well. So I feel like maybe there were like at least 2 to 3 days that passed between this episode, filming this, and then like filming the finale.
So someone's asking, did they ever tell you not to, not to come something because of judges' so not to cook something because they refused to eat it for whatever reason?
No, we were never told that we had any restrictions or anything that we should avoid.
Yeah, I feel like as a judge, like you gotta be freaking open to anything at that point. I mean, there was that one episode on Masterchef where this lady cooked with breast milk. You remember that?
Yeah.
I think she made egg foo young or something with breast milk or something. I don't know. Do you need a break before we do the last
I'm okay
episode?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited.
So I was curious when we started the streaming of the MasterChef episode, and I'm looking at the MasterChef uploads. It was 2 years ago that we started this. It took us 2 years to finish 20 episodes of MasterChef.
Yes, we're busy.
That's pretty crazy, and thank you guys for hanging around with us. It's just pretty awesome.
But
Oh, and don't forget, I'm going to do one more plug for donating to National Alliance for Mental Illness, NAMI. I'm going to be matching all donations that I've collected in the past 2 years since we started this live stream reaction stuff. I will be matching and donating in the memory of Josh Marks, my co-finalist.
all right. Any other questions? Let's see. Removing the audition of the future show was available. Okay. All right, here we go.
Good luck, Christine.
Last finale episode.
Let the MasterChef finale begin.
It's the biggest culinary showdown of the year. Family, friends, and former
that's us.
contestants have arrived to watch
Okay, you
America.
should pause it. Let me tell everyone who everyone is.
Finale.
Let me see.
Begin.
I forget who's here.
It's the
I remember
biggest
who.
culinary showdown of the year. Family,
getting out of
friends,
Southwest.
and
Weren't you also supposed to film a Southwest Airlines commercial?
Yeah, so Southwest sponsored it. So
Yeah, I think they sponsored all your flights, right?
Yeah, once we got to the airport, they like got all the families into a waiting area, and then they made us go walk on the tarmac, get on a Southwest plane, and then they were like, "Okay, action!" Then we like come down the steps.
How funny! How long did that take? Do you remember that whole filming? Because it's a lot of back and forth. And
Oh wow, Zoggy999, thank you for the $50 donation.
Thank you.
I think it was like maybe like an hour or two. It wasn't much.
Yeah, was it hot?
Yeah, it was hot, but it wasn't bad. I
And
think
this-
we're all just like excited.
Yeah, and this must have been because y'all were probably all on different flights, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Pauline was coming from New York. So
Yeah.
who was doing this quote unquote commercial?
So
or like
I'm
plug?
there, my brother, my mom, Joy, and then Josh's family is there.
Oh, so they're. Oh, okay.
Oh man, look at me. I'm like 70 pounds heavier there. My brother's so chubby too.
I bet your mom was like looking at herself in the mirror to
Dude,
make sure
she's
she
like,
looked good for the,
oh
the
yeah,
plug.
She looks like she's going for a job interview.
What is she
She's
wearing?
got like
What's mom wearing? What's she
a
wearing?
blazer jacket with shoulder pads
How
and a
funny.
blouse and black pants. She's like smiling and looking right at the camera.
Dang! My mother-in-law.
contestants have arrived to watch America's two best home cooks face off for the ultimate title.
There can only be one
You
winner.
should have that right now and send it to her. Be like, remember this, Mama?
Jay Smirt, they said you can put Southwest airline commercial into your IMDb. You know what?
John has an IMDb.
I don't have an IMDb,
Oh.
but a famous actor references me in IMDb, which is the Korean actor who was in Maze Runner. He plays me in a reenactment of like Christine and I's like kind of life, and I feel bad for him that he has my name on his IMDb. Wait, let me see if it's still there. Let's see. What's his name again?
I don't know his name.
Maze Runner. I'm sure it'll come up. Sorry guys, we're like oh here, Ki Hong Lee. I think he was like voted one of the sexiest men alive or something like that.
And he plays you?
And he
I mean,
plays
not to
me.
sound
I
like
feel
I'm
bad for him, man.
That's funny.
Oh, it's got to be so old. I don't even know if it's gonna show up.
He's probably done a lot of stuff since.
Let's see, John Sup. Oh, it's here. It's here, guys. Right here. 2013. God, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you have.
Any other questions before we keep going with the finale? Let's go.
Okay.
There can only be one Master Chef.
Will it be Josh or Christine who walks away with $250,000?
I want this more than anything I've ever wanted in my life.
Their own cookbook
Tonight's the night. I make it happen.
and the title of Masterchef.
The winner of MasterChef is...
So y'all, this was filmed. We wrapped filming in like end of April, beginning of May, and this whole season didn't start airing till like June. No, so this finale aired September. It aired about 4 months after we actually filmed it. So I had to keep it all under wraps for 4 months.
Yeah, people kept asking when she was filming, like, "Where's Christine?" Like, and I would just have to make up some like, "Oh, she's like on a work trip," But people probably started thinking maybe we split or something.
Yeah, and while this was airing too, my friends and classmates and stuff would be like, "So did you win?" And I'd be like, "I don't know, just gotta watch."
Yeah, she went to the store for milk and cigarettes.
What? Oh.
Trophy, to the dramatic cutscenes of the stage.
Biggest primetime culinary
Yeah,
battle.
they did
of
change up the stage.
2012.
Okay, so I will say they changed up the stage, and it was really difficult for me because I was so used to our little stations, and now I had to learn a whole new like kitchen environment, and they made it like rounded. So I didn't know where anything was. I had to learn this new station, so it was actually very, very difficult.
Masterchef finale. It began long ago. Home cooks from all across America came out to present us with their very best dishes. Every one of them hungry for the coveted title of Masterchef. From the large cities to the tiniest towns, they all had exactly the same dream to become the next American Masterchef. We selected 100 home cooks and brought them all here to Los Angeles, California. And only the very best 18 made it into the Masterchef kitchen. And now, only 2 remain.
Can't believe I was one of the final 2.
Josh, a 24-year-old Army contract specialist from Jackson, Mississippi. He shot into this competition bursting with confidence. How would you rate that out of 10?
I would rate it a 10.5.
Blowing us away with his robust flavors.
This dish rises to the top.
Josh.
Guts and determination.
What's the deal with these pancakes? They're getting cold. We need to get them out of here now.
A fierce competitor throughout.
Oh, yeah.
He became a force to be reckoned with. That was the one dish that can be put into any of our restaurants.
You could win this thing.
That's the plan.
And it was Josh's complex flavor profiles that propelled him this far.
Oh, spicy?
Spicy good.
Okay, great.
It's so flavorful.
If I was to win MasterChef, it would just be the beginning of so many great things to come in the future. Like open a cooking school and have that cookbook deal and share my passion with others. I feel completely unstoppable.
Tonight, can Josh's bold flavors be the key to winning the MasterChef title? And Christine, a 32-year-old creative writing student from Houston, Texas. From the start, she captivated us with her authentic Asian flavors and techniques. Do you know what I'm going to give you?
A white apron.
A white apron.
I'll come and get it.
Not many believed she could make it this far. With so many obstacles to overcome.
Fire! Can you help me? It pierced me.
I'm not here to just... John always says that line, randomly.
It pierced me.
Be an inspiration to be a gimmick, you know? I want to be taken seriously.
The flavor's amazing.
Yes, chef.
You've got to believe in yourself more. She staked her claim for the title by relying on her instincts and her palate.
It's a Vietnamese dessert.
This is a smart use of spices.
It is wildly flavorful.
You cook like an angel.
My life would change if I win this thing. I can finally have my face on a cookbook and open restaurants and cafes. I want that title.
Tonight, can Christine beat all the odds and be crowned MasterChef?
Are we coming into
One of
the
you two
kitchen?
No, you guys are standing in front of the judges.
Amazing home cooks will win a $250,000, publish your very own cookbook, and earn the most coveted prize in the world of food, the title of MasterChef. And it's all happening right now. And here to cheer you on are the home cooks that you conquered to get here.
Josh,
We're gonna bring
can you believe that you made it this far?
Believe it or not, I can. It's incredible. Every single challenge been one to remember, and I learned so much from every single one. And
So you guys had no idea that family would be there?
No.
Oh.
I'm
And I
ready
never
to put that
watched
on.
any previous seasons of MasterChef, so I didn't even know if that was
Play today.
What do you think your mom and sister's family would say if they were here right now?
Oh man, they'd be just crying and just beaming with joy.
Josh, let's find out in their own words how supportive they are of what you're doing and how proud they are of how far you've come.
See, when that happened, I was like, oh, I wonder who's coming for me. His mom and his sister are cool. That's his nephew or niece, I believe. I forget. Okay. It's his mom, sister, and yeah, niece and nephew.
I know you can do this. Paulette, if there's one piece of advice you'd like to give him now, what would it be?
Follow your dreams, because I know that you have the dedication, the perseverance, and most of all, the strength and toughness to handle it all.
Thank you.
Christine, you've been here in the Masterchef kitchen for a long, long time. I'm guessing you've missed your husband.
Yes.
Here he is.
But then they come out and I was like, I don't know who's here and I don't know where he is. So the people that came were my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, my cousin Pauline, who is like the closest to me, like a sister, because I grew up an only child. Some of my best friends, Joy and Joanna.
So while we were in the back waiting to like get our cue to come in, my mom would not stop crying. And I was like, can you please, for the love of God, stop crying? You're making everyone cry. Like,
really?
She was like, if only Christine's mom was here, she would be so proud. And then she just like started bawling. I was just like, dude, we're about to go on TV. Like,
really?
Can you please stop?
Who else is crying with her?
We're all like crying.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna start crying. My mother-in-law loves me. Tearing up.
My brother, my mom.
See, I didn't know who was there. I don't know who came out. I couldn't see.
John, your dear wife has been absolutely phenomenal across this competition.
I'm so proud of her for being this far. Your mom would be so proud of you. So proud.
I've had to deal with so many challenges in my life. I'm an only child, and my mom passed away when I was young. Then dealing with my vision loss. If I've been able to overcome that, then I can overcome anything. There's no stopping me now.
Damn, I'm crying at my own self.
I'm so grateful for your support.
That's
Please,
so cheesy, y'all.
say goodbye and wish them all the best, because they're going to need it.
I'm so proud of you, okay?
I feel like I'm prime time, front row and center, back on the court, ready to tip off and win this competition.
Is this when we're doing the face-off?
Not yet.
You have now just 2 hours to cook the most sensational 3-course meal of your lives.
George is crying.
We're looking for the
I'm crying.
most stunning appetizer, the most amazing entree, and the most delicious dessert. Christine and Josh, please take your positions for the Masterchef finale.
This is when they're like, go up there and stand off and then look at each other. Don't smile. And I was like, I just want to laugh. It's so cheesy. And I was like so excited and nervous.
Josh, Christine, anything you want to say to each other?
Good luck. But I got it, though.
It's mine, baby.
It's mine, baby! I can't believe that's what you said.
I can't believe that's what I said. That's so not what I would normally say. I don't even know why I said that. I think they were just like,
it's mine, baby.
they were like, just react to it. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cheesy. I'm so cringing right now. That's so cringy.
That is very cringy, but man, I'm gonna use that line from now on. Jeez. Yep, it pierced me. It's my baby.
So embarrassing. So embarrassing. So cheesy. I wanted to laugh so bad. Could you tell in my face?
You guys
I have a
definitely
smirk, right?
yeah,
Don't I have?
yeah.
Don't I feel like we both have smirks? We're like,
Yeah,
this
you're
is
just
so
like,
cheesy.
oh my God,
We're like, because they're like,
stupid.
look serious and look tough, like you're facing off. I'm like, oh my God, this is Josh and I are like such good friends.
It's mine, baby.
Let the MasterChef finale begin.
Throughout the entire journey, everybody thought, oh, he's just a boy from the South, and he cooks Southern soul food. But this isn't the time to be playing it too safe. So today I'm making a 3-course meal. My appetizer is gonna be lobster and grits. For my entree, I'm gonna make a rack of lamb with the green curry spice. And for dessert, I'm making a bacon pecan pie. I wanna win this thing so bad. It's gonna take a lot of bold flavors. I'm gonna have to continue to just punch the judges in the mouth with flavor like I've been doing for the entire competition.
Peanuts, yeah, the roasted salted. The dishes I'm making all sort of, bring me back to childhood, bring me back to my mom's home cooking. Same sort of flavors, but elevated. Papaya, jicama, cucumber. My appetizer will be a Thai vegetable salad. Pork belly. My entree is a braised pork belly, and my dessert is a coconut lime sorbet with a ginger tuile. The ingredients are fairly simple, but the flavors are really bold.
So
winning that title.
Little known story, thịt kho, or the braised pork belly that I make for my entree, was actually the dish I cooked in the very, very first tryout or audition, the one that wasn't even filmed. So it was the one that was like happening all over the nation. So we drove to Austin and I actually made the braised pork belly then for the producers. And that's the dish that I probably remember eating the most often growing up. So it's still one of my favorite comfort foods. Very simple. Pork belly. Sometimes people use pork shoulder if they want it less fatty. Hard-boiled eggs, fish sauce, garlic, shallot, onion, sugar, and yeah, the recipe's in my cookbook.
MasterChef is my destiny. I'm taking it all the way.
Come on, Christine! Let's go, Josh. You got this.
The title is mine because I have the passion, the ambition, and the skills to win it all.
You've got 2 hours to change your life forever.
2 hours, they condense it into 1 hour episode. So the tough thing about my season that I heard has changed, or I know has changed in the current seasons, is that in my finale, we had to finish cooking all 3 of our courses at the same time. So your appetizer, your entree, and your dessert have to all be done within that 2-hour period. But nowadays, I think the seasons are that in the finale, they do like just the appetizer, then they stop filming, then they do the entree, then they bring it to the judges, then they do the dessert and they bring it to the judges. So I feel like that's actually easier because I had to go through in my head like what all of my dishes are, which components I'm going to start on in which order, and then what do I go to next, and then what do I go back to. So like dessert could be started first, for example, then your entree, then your appetizer, then you go back to your entree. So I had to orchestrate all of that going into this finale. So I think that was actually very, very challenging.
It's the final battle in the MasterChef kitchen.
Go, Christine!
Who's that?
Josh and Christine have just 2 hours to cook a 3-course menu of their choosing. The winner will be the home.
I'm up on the balcony, like wiping my sweat. It was so freaking hot up there.
Yeah.
Home cook with the best overall meal. Only
And the
one
sorry
of
thing
them.
is, y'all got the crappy balcony that they just built for the finale.
Yeah.
The gallery that we usually stand up when we, yeah, it's on the other side
That's
for
where the
Josh's
contestants
team.
were.
And be
Oh,
crowned
I thought
America's
the family.
next.
I thought it was once I was Josh's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were on the side with the contestants, and we were on the other.
MasterChef.
Oh, so y'all were with any contestants?
I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
It's
Amazing. An amazing journey coming to an incredible climax.
Yeah. What I'd like to see is them doing something based on the route, but also showcasing the journey.
I think in this menu, they have to bring a part of everything they've experienced, everything they've learned, and show us technique and evolution and skill. And ultimately, they have to show us dishes that are going to blow us away.
So today I'm making a 3-course meal. My appetizer is gonna be a butter poached lobster cooked to perfection with sweet corn grits, sweet potato puree that's gonna have a little bit of spice to it. For my entree, I'm gonna make a rack of lamb with the green curry spice.
Those bones look great, Josh. Keep up the good work, man. Keep it up.
And for dessert, I'm making a bacon pecan pie with vanilla bean and cinnamon ice cream.
Looks good, Josh. Good job, man.
Thanks.
Come on. Josh is really taking a big step, putting out a lot of technique. He's taking big risks.
But it sounds heavy. The lobster grits, the rack of lamb, and then the big tart to finish. I mean, it's 3 weighty courses there.
Yeah, they're big. And I mean, the thing is it going to be able to kind of be cohesive?
I do agree. Tell me when they're about.
So someone asks, how was your stress level and Cindy's stress level at the finale?
I heard that Cindy, she told me after the fact that she felt like she was about to have a heart attack with every move because I didn't know this new kitchen now that they did this new setup with this circular kitchen, and then she could see things and she couldn't help me to a certain degree. And they kept pulling her out of frame, so she couldn't be next to me because the cameras didn't want her like in the way. So the producers kept pulling her away, but I was like, I don't even know this kitchen. I don't have a sighted guide. Like, so at one point, Gordon did step in and like yell at the director, and the producers like, you need to have Christine have her sighted guide here. She's in a brand new like kitchen setup. So then they let Cindy come back on near me to help me. But otherwise, like, I was very flustered because I didn't know where they'd put things or anything. And like I said, it was a new setup, and they kept pulling her away to say like, stand out of the way of camera.
Side, okay? Okay. Today, my 3-course meal consists of a Thai crab salad. Is it coming out like noodles?
Yeah.
Perfect?
Nice.
Okay. My entree is braised pork belly that's caramelized with coconut soda and fish sauce.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the coconut
then my
soda.
dessert is a coconut lime sorbet with a ginger tweel.
Christine's menu.
I think that Christine's techniques certainly have to be attributed to her handicap. She can't see a perfectly medium rare rack of lamb, so she's choosing steaming and braising, where the visual is less important.
But what Josh hasn't got is the intensified palate Christine has.
But he can see. There are some things that you have to see in the kitchen.
Where's the chef's knife?
Chef's knife all the way on the right. Right. There you go.
Got it?
Graham, who's your money on?
Is that you?
My money's going to be on Christine. I think
They
hers is
mic'd
going to
you
work.
up there, huh?
I don't think so, but I'm sure they had mics like pointing in that galley area.
If I'm making a bet right now, I'm betting on Josh. Josh's food is more risky. It's more technically complex.
I'm on the fence. I'm going to go either way.
Looks tasty, Josh.
How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing good, Chef.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
How did you come up with that menu?
These are just some of the flavors that I enjoy eating.
Well, where are we going? Are we going deep south? Are we going European? Where are you going with this?
We're going all over the place. We're going definitely European with the rack of lamb. We're definitely going deep south with the pecan pie, and it's going to be elevated on a Eurocentric level to, please the palate of my judges.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, Josh.
Hi, Christine. It's John
Hi,
Graham.
Joe.
How are you?
I'm good.
Steaming and braising, does that play to the fact that techniques that really don't involve having to see the food at the end of the day, right? A lot of room for error.
Right.
Are you playing to your strengths?
Yes, I believe so. I think at the end of the day, it's about like taste and texture and how everything comes together.
Let's talk about the entrees.
You have starred European restaurant food versus hawker stand street food.
Oh, you're looking great, Josh. Seriously, doing so good. Josh, he uses such big, in-your-face flavors. That gives him an edge, and that you have to be able to compete against that to really wow the judges.
Christine and Josh, we're halfway through. Exactly 60 minutes to go. Come on.
Okay.
Beautiful. Christine has to really nail the braising in that pressure cooker. Here she is in the middle of the finale, blind, and she's allowing the pressure cooker to take some of the pressure off her. Smart move.
Right.
Wow. That looks awesome. I think Christine's going to win because she has a lot better flavor profiles than Josh does. The way she plates food is better than Josh does, and at the end of the day, I just think she's a better cook than Josh is.
Hey, Demar, thank you. Oh my God, this music.
Gorgeous, Christine.
Right, Christine, how you feeling?
Hi, Chef. I feel the pressure of cooking the meal of my life.
Sorbet's a bold move for a finale and dessert.
I think it's got the flavors there.
What's the
and,
flavor of the sorbet?
Coconut and lime, and then I'm
Coconut
going to
lime.
serve it with a ginger tweel. When I stick with what I know, that's when, I do the best. So I'm hoping to bring it home tonight with that.
Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
Okay, Josh, how's it going?
It's going good. I'm getting my hot crust together. I need to get my pie up. I'm going to put a little bit of bacon in the bottom of the crust.
Bacon?
Yes.
Whoa.
I hope you like it. It's going to have a lot of flavor into it.
I've never had bacon in the crust of any pie I've eaten in my life.
I think it could be delicious. I mean, a smoky kind of flavor, not, you know, salty bacon, but just a hint.
Yeah, I feel like people do that all the time now.
Salty.
I would use bacon fat and a little bit of bacon.
It depends on how much you use in that that crust.
So something I remember. Excuse me. I remember when I was using the spiralizer to I think shred up the cucumber that I was using.
Like daikon or something?
Yeah, and I remember the spiralizer broke. So all my vegetable noodles came out messed up, and like it was like just almost pureeing it, I think I remember as it was going through the spiral, so it was like turning too wet. So I actually had to pivot and not use some of the vegetables in the end with my salad. So I was already stressed out when I was doing that because I was like, oh my gosh, I have to pivot and change my plans. But I do remember thinking through the menu and feeling like I thought my menu was very cohesive. Like it was Southeast Asian flavors, from the Thai salad to the second course of the Vietnamese pork belly to like Southeast Asian flavors in the dessert. And I like the idea that the way I think about menus is I like to also fluctuate between temperatures and textures and oh yeah, I said temperatures. So my first course was a salad, so it was cold. My second course was very rich and hot, served hot. So then I wanted to bring it back to like, because my second course was very rich and flavorful and bold and hot, I wanted to pull back with the dessert and make like a cooling dessert with like simple flavors. So that's why I decided to go with sorbet. So I felt like my menu really was cohesive in comparison to Josh's, which I think each of his 3 courses are really standout alone dishes. But I think together his menu to me seemed a little bit less cohesive, because you've got like lobster and grits, which is elevated southern food, and then you've got the lamb, which I think seemed more European, and then he goes back to the south like with the pie, but also each individual course sounded very rich. So I felt like that was, although my menu sounded simpler, I felt like mine was a little bit more cohesive. Okay, that's it.
Showcasing everything that I've learned here so far, and I plan on wowing you guys.
So desserts, who's got it?
Christine's with the sorbet, good, nice, clean way to finish the meal.
I think today, Josh, with a southern pecan pie with bacon in the crust, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about it.
I think bacon or not, pecan pie, if it's done right, is amazing.
Absolutely.
Go, Josh!
Looking good!
1 hour and a half gone, 30 minutes left. This is it, 30 minutes left in the competition. Is he gonna blend that lobster shell? He's gonna get all the iodine flavor from the shell and the sauce.
Why is he pureeing his lobster?
Why wouldn't he just crush it?
Do that? He might be ruining his dish right here.
Oh, we just went to commercial.
Yeah, he like started pureeing it in a Roboku. Thank you, Mr. Cal Rakin, for the subscription.
Thanks, Cal Rakin.
He might be ruining his dish right here when he turns that blender on.
I know what I'm doing. I put lobster shell in the blender just to extract all the flavors from the lobster. And I'm not really concerned about what everybody else thinks.
That is a technical mistake that might cost him that course.
I'm not leaving here without this title. It's mine.
Guys, 15 minutes to go.
Come on, Christine! I really have no idea how this is gonna go. Like, Christine's pork looks beautiful. Josh's lamb looks incredible. I wish that I could taste their food because they both look so great.
Go, Josh!
This is it. This is the Super Bowl of cooking.
Oh, Josh is cutting his lamb.
Medium rare or bust, Josh. If it's overcooked, he's out of the competition. Yeah. I'm sorry, but you can't take the most expensive cut of lamb in the world and then overcook it.
Yep.
He's doing lamb chops, right? Or rack of lamb?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Josh, that looks beautiful, dude. Perfect.
Wow, that looks pretty nice.
The rack is cooked beautifully.
You know, you see on Josh's food is like any 2-star restaurant in Paris, London, New York. You could have a dinner like that.
Right here?
Christine, I see the whole Southeast Asia, a myriad of flavors, complexity. I don't even know which way to go.
Josh and Christine, just under 5 minutes to go. Come on. Start
So
focusing on the
stressful.
places.
You all know
Come
how
on.
stressful that is?
Let's go, Josh. You got this.
Here you go, C.
That's my brother.
I think Josh is the next Masterchef. I honestly don't think I have met anyone quite as determined. He has more sheer willpower and passion driving him to do the very best he can.
Holy crap, Josh, that looks amazing.
2 minutes to go, guys. Come on.
We have ice cream.
Ooh. Yeah, Christine.
Man, they give you guys an ice cream machine that's like the ones you like freeze the container.
Yeah, I know.
I think Christine will win this because she doesn't put anything on a plate she would not want to eat herself. And she's got such a high standard.
60 seconds to go. Come on, guys.
I want
Plating
my plate to
could
have
use
that
work.
absolute freaking wow factor.
Mine?
Finish strong, Josh, finish strong.
I want this so bad. This is what I came here for, and tonight's the night I make it happen.
Come on, let's go, Christine.
30 seconds to go.
Oh, God.
Come on, baby.
Careful, careful.
You're in your tiny equipment.
Gorgeous, Christine. Winning the title of Master Chef would mean so much to me. It's finally my chance to prove to everyone and to myself that I really can cook, that I'm not a fluke, and that I have a culinary dream just like everyone else here.
Here we go. 10, 9.
See, we have to like plate up all our things pretty much at the same time. It's so hard.
3, 2, 1.
Thank God it's all over.
I think so.
I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
No, that's not fun. There were a lot of times when I just want to throw in the towel and go home, but then I'm so competitive I couldn't just throw the competition.
Josh and Christine, well done.
Thank you, Chef.
So I'm looking at my plates and I'm really impressed with what I was able to do. My entree looks like one of the best things that I put out this competition. Practically one of the best things that I cooked in my life. Everything looks absolutely beautiful. I'm extremely proud.
Definitely happy with all of my dishes. The ingredients are fairly simple and inexpensive, but the flavors are really bold. There's going to be like a symphony of flavors in your mouth.
We will meet you both in the MasterChef restaurant where you will serve us your appetizers, your entrees, and then finally, your desserts. There can only be one winner. There can only be one MasterChef.
I think while they're judging, they put all of our desserts in like a
It
Yeah,
will
like,
now
what are
be
those
up to our
crazy,
3
like,
judges to
chill
decide who
freezers?
has the best
What are those
overall
called?
meal
blasters or
and
Yeah.
who will win the title
cold.
of MasterChef.
Someone asked, what was going through your head while watching Christine cook below? Just nervousness. You know, you're just like watching from the up top, so you kind of want to just help, but you can't. So you know, you're just verbally trying to help her, but not be too distracting. But yeah, and we're just busy sweating. So
Yeah, they said it was really hot up there.
Josh, bring us your appetizer, please.
So we serve them at the same time?
yeah, you're standing right next to
It's a enhanced version of shrimp and grits. I upscaled it a little bit by adding a little sweet potato puree, and I spiced it a little bit with a little bit of Cajun seasoning and cayenne pepper, and I poached the lobster tail in clarified butter.
Have you ever made lobster stock before?
I haven't.
Is this a good day to try out a new technique?
Lobster's difficult for a professional chef to nail, let alone an amateur. There's no second guess, there's no 2 seconds over, 2 seconds under. It has to be perfect.
Does this dish look good?
That's good. I think he was doing grits.
He did. I thought he was doing grits with sweet potato
The sauce.
puree, no?
Worked.
Or maybe he, instead of grits, he's doing sweet potato
Lovely fine puree on the sweet potato. Love the crispness
Oh, there's a little bit of grits underneath. Yeah.
of the fry on top. What you've not got right is the actual nailing of that lobster. It's undercooked because it's still translucent. Nothing buttery about it. It's butter poached, and I expect it to taste of melting in your mouth butter. And unfortunately, you haven't got that here.
So I'm there.
Very
hearing
ambitious.
The judgment.
Yeah, you're standing right next to him.
Okay.
So someone has did John and the family wait and stand there on the balcony? Yes, we are outside just holding position because I think after each course they came back out to grab their second and third whatever and go back in.
The grits, delicious. The sweet potato really works. It's nice. The lobster, which is the hero, the main star, is the only thing that's making me question this dish.
So this is lobster stock?
Yes.
That was completely wrong. I think your lobster stock is profound and rich.
Oh, because he's wrong.
But the only cooking that lobster ever saw was when you poached it. Once you shocked it in that ice water, that's when the cooking stopped. You have a half-cooked lobster.
Oh, so he was.
My whole MasterChef life flashes before my eyes. MasterChef trophy is at stake right now, and the smallest mistake can cost you $250,000. Man, I may have screwed this one up.
Did he use his stock in the grits?
A lobster between cooked and undercooked is a very, very fine line. You have a half-cooked lobster. Christine, can you please bring us your appetizer now?
Yes.
That's it.
A little more, a little more, a little more. Come,
Not bad. That's it.
Stop.
I made a Thai papaya salad. In addition to papaya, there's jicama and carrots, and then I topped it with crab, and it's dressed with a fish sauce type of vinaigrette.
Josh comes out the gates with a complex hot appetizer. You opted for a cold salad topped with crab.
I think I really just thought cohesively about the menu, and I just wanted to start off with something light.
When you present an appetizer that simple, it really needs to deliver some dynamic flavors.
Were you like, shut up, Gordon?
No, I was just scared, nervous.
It almost resembles a glass noodle or linguine.
Was that the idea in terms of the interpretation of the vegetables?
Yes, I was running it through a spiral turner to get some of the vegetables to come out sort of like noodles.
I think certainly the star of this dish in my palate is this dressing with its bright acidity, back palate of heat. The vegetables are amazing.
You didn't put shrimp paste in.
I did.
I almost wish that I had more crab.
I wanted to preserve the integrity of the salad, so mostly it is the vegetable and also the dressing that should be highlighted. I just added the crab just for a little bit extra flavor.
The flavor's really nice. It's balanced. It is asking for more crab.
Yeah, the dressing is the one that we did on the papaya salad in our restaurant. It's the exact same one.
It's good. It's refreshing. It's delicious. You've got the seasoning absolutely nailed. But I want more luxuriousness to it. At this stage, I just want you to go that extra mile. Please, bring us your entrees. Thank you.
Like, damn it, I lost to Josh's lobster. Undercooked lobster.
So now you guys are
I mean,
walking
a great
back out.
start. Josh goes all out to create something from a restaurant. That sauce was intriguing because I thought he was going to absolutely screw it when he blended it. But the production tasted delicious.
I thought the plating was some of the best that we've seen him do so far.
Yep.
Biggest drawback, the lobster, undercooked.
For me, it's Christine all the way. The balance between the heat and the acidity of her dressing was compelling. And the technique behind the vegetables was amazing.
Christine's dish was really yummy, but it was very simple, and I give more points to him for going out on a limb in the finale and trying something like that.
But he wasn't able to do it.
But he did do it, but it just wasn't cooked properly.
I think you guys are both out of your minds. I can't reward people who do not execute what they set out to execute. Her dish may have been slightly more simple, but no way that undercooked lobster is better than that crab salad.
Agreed, Joe. Thank you.
I put a lot of finesse into this entree, from the parsnip puree to the perfectly cooked lamb. I think this plate is a winner.
Josh takes an expensive ingredient like rack of lamb, then I take a cheap ingredient like a pork belly and try to make it a higher dining plate.
Josh.
I cooked the lamb medium rare and just a little drizzle of green curry sauce. I also served it with some spring vegetables, peas and carrots, and parsnip puree at the bottom.
That sounds good.
Yeah, all his cooking is very southern comfort.
Or like Caribbean. Or South
Great
America.
flavor, cooked absolutely beautifully.
Thank you.
But it's a rack of lamb with a sort of light green curry sauce, and then you've served spring vegetables with it.
Yes.
And so parsnips are a winter vegetable. In a professional world, you wouldn't put roasted parsnip puree, which is delicious, by the way, with spring vegetables. So I'm a little bit confused to where we're going with it.
Josh, you've come such a long way. It's beautiful, the way it was presented.
Did he stand up the rack of lamb?
It
The
tastes good.
bones
I think the curry adds to it. It's used judiciously. Everything on it is top-notch. It is absolutely delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
Spring lamb, summer peas, autumn carrots, winter parsnips. I would say chef. As the great maestro Antonio Vivaldi, you have captured all four seasons.
I was gonna
in
say,
one
that's the
stroke.
story I would go with.
I
Be like,
think
oh, it's
that
called
this
The Four
is an
Seasons.
orchestral composition of mythical proportion.
Joe always has to
The
like
fact that Joe, the
spiel
food's
out
not
or dole
himself.
out all these like this knowledge he has. Like I noticed like as a guest judge, I'm like he does have a lot of knowledge and he speaks fluent Italian and yeah.
He's fancy.
He's fancy.
Loves
He knows a
my
lot of
dish.
stuff.
I'm extremely proud.
Bravo, maestro. An excellent dish.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm like
Christy,
great now. I'm
please,
serving
have the
cheap
entree.
pork belly.
Right there.
That's it. Lovely, thank you.
I decided to go with flavors from home that my mother used to cook. So I braised and caramelized pork belly and served it with some rice and a quail egg on top, along with some kale and maitake mushrooms that I flash fried in the deep fryer just for added crunch and texture.
I had to redeem my kale mishap.
It's got that sort of simplistic, rustic, classic Vietnamese background. You can
It
see
always is Vietnamese. I always make fun of Gordon now. I'm like, it's Vietnamese.
that. We're not in Vietnam and we're not at home. You're in the final of Masterchef.
I decided to go with flavors from home that my mother used to cook.
We're not in Vietnam and we're not at home.
Dang.
You're in the final of Masterchef.
He's like, what is this shit? Pop the egg yolk.
I'm slicing through that pork belly.
If that pork belly is not cooked perfectly, this could cost me the title.
The pork belly, I mean, it's delicious. Yeah, you've got that fat rendered down beautifully. It's crispy on the outside. It's rich.
You know, we never tried making tikal, but with like smoked brisket. I think that'd be kind of good.
Buttery in the middle, and it just melts in your mouth. I understand totally now the history behind the appetizer because it is a weighted, delicious entree. Great job.
Thank you, chef.
What it lacks in appearance, it makes up in spades
Thanks, Graham.
with that flavor.
Your dish
So
ugly.
who made this? A blind person?
The pork belly tastes delicious. You said that you like fried the mushrooms as well?
Yes, chef.
I've never seen that done, but I think I'll probably copy it for something because it's awesome.
I dusted it in Wonder Flour and flash fried it.
I think, if anything, perhaps the dish is slightly sweet. I would love to have something more acidic on it, but an excellent interpretation of a very
Yeah, normally you
traditional
serve
dish.
this with pickled mustard greens, traditionally in Vietnam.
Great,
or
thank you,
in
Christine.
Vietnamese
Josh,
cooking.
please bring us your desserts.
But I didn't have time to pickle anything or ferment any. I guess I could have done a quick pickle on something.
Amazing. I mean, Josh's lamb.
I think very ambitious, very complex on the palate.
Execution, beauty done. Christine's pork belly.
It wasn't as visually stunning as Josh's,
No.
but that was one that you could have doubled the portion and just mowed down on all day.
But, you know, are we here to mow down dishes, or are we here to have cooks who show us finesse?
But the pork was absolutely amazing. And if that was in any of our restaurants, we would be happy to pay $20, $30 for that entree.
I think there was just as much technique needed to produce that pork belly dish as the lamb. And to me, they're absolutely even.
Yeah, plating wise, his plate does look fancier for sure. And I think with yours, it's just the sauce dripped over the rice, and so it kind of looked a little bit messier. But yeah, it looks good.
Let's go, Josh!
It's been a long and treacherous journey, and this is it. This is the final chance I have at becoming the next Master Chef.
I think I have the best palate here, and that's what's going to win it.
Josh, please present your dessert. Thank you.
It's pecan pie. I add a little twist to it by caramelizing some bacon and spreading it on the bottom of the crust to give it a little bit of saltiness and smokiness. Also made vanilla bean ice cream with a little bit of cinnamon.
I haven't had pecan pie in a while. That looks so good.
The crust seems to be a little oily, almost like some of that fat was still in the bacon, and maybe when it was cooking, it rendered into the dough. But the ice cream's great. And a little pinch of cinnamon?
Oh, actually, I let a cinnamon stick steep in it while I was cooking my custard mixture.
It's great. It's like just enough. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love your ice cream. Heavy cream or milk?
Half cream, half milk.
Really good.
Thank you.
Great consistency.
Fun fact, before Christine went on MasterChef, we actually were planning to open up an ice cream shop.
Ice cream.
It's great.
It's fragrant. You got that ice cream absolutely nailed, 100%. Pastry tastes nice. The pecans taste good. Bacon, I can't even gently detect it.
What's the point?
What's the point? But, yeah, ice cream's phenomenal. Well done.
Thank you. My pecan pie is good, but I've nailed the ice cream. They loved it. I mean, it was so good.
Christine.
Now mine seems so basic. He did a freaking pie and ice cream. I did.
Yours looks
sorbet.
I wanted to take the menu full circle and return to something cold and refreshing, so I made a coconut lime sorbet with the ginger tuile on top. I also seeped in some kefir lime leaves and the zest of 2 limes.
The tuile is beautiful, that cornflake gold color and the aroma that comes from the lime. We all smell it across the table right now. But I was expecting this really acidic explosive lime flavor, and it's more of a coconut sorbet than anything else.
Whatever, Graham. It's good.
Yeah,
I
what do you
remember.
know, Graham?
I remember my sorbet was good.
There's a lightness to it. The texture's right. Interesting.
You know, it's fragrant, it's cooling, and it is timed beautifully after a severe pork belly, let me tell you. Really good.
Thank you, Chef.
The next time we see you both, we will be crowning one of you the next American Masterchef.
We'll see you shortly. Well done, both of you. Thank you.
I don't know what happens at this point. What do we do? Do we just go stand around somewhere? Go into holding?
Wow. Yeah, tough call. Very tough. You've got to really absolutely focus on the balance of the menu.
Very difficult.
You know, you've got one phenomenally technical, naturally gifted individual that's incredibly young, and you've got one playing to her roots with an extraordinary palate.
I think if the judges look at the big picture about the entire menu cohesively, then I think that my menu is stronger.
It was delicious.
The rice and the egg and the pork belly, the complexity in flavor was tremendous.
Once again, Christine has really astounded me.
It really is incredible. My execution was freaking spot on with everything. I showed technique, and I took so many huge risks.
He's come such a far way on this journey.
I liked Josh's ambition. I think that he nailed it on a lot of levels.
It looked visually beautiful. I mean, a definite restaurant quality. Fundamentally, amazing dishes.
When you taste them side by side, it's like so neck and neck.
One dish may have made the difference in my mind.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, hands down, definitely.
It's tough, but I think it's clear.
What? Feel it.
The winner is...
Are they commercial, and then we come back out, and we're probably seeing the judges.
All right, it took 2 years to get here, guys. We're almost done.
Who do y'all think wins?
You think that we made the right choice?
Oh, for sure. It's tough, but I think it's clear. Let's go and tell him.
All right.
I remember all my friends and family were like watching this, like biting their nails, like they didn't know if they weren't at the finale.
There's clips of watch parties.
I think Josh is actually really talented, but overall, my menu is stronger than Josh's. That title is mine. I'm not leaving here without that trophy.
Christine is very inspirational. She's an amazing cook, and she's a great girl. I love her and all, but I feel like my cooking has evolved so much to a level that really can't be matched. The title is mine because I have the passion, the ambition, and the skills to win it all.
Josh, Christine, tonight we watched a culinary battle between two home cooks that from this night on will now be known as chefs. And as a result, you both earn the right to stand here. Please swap places with all three of us. Thank you.
Didn't they put fireworks on the stage? Or like sparklers,
This,
like those.
honestly, has been the most difficult, the most compelling decision we've ever had to make in the history of MasterChef. Both of you exceeded our
Look how
expectations.
short I am next to Josh.
As you know,
Yeah, he's like 3
there can only
feet
be
taller.
one winner.
He's 7 feet tall and I'm 5'3".
And that winner of $250,000, the unique opportunity to publish their very own cookbook and to get their hands on this coveted title. The winner of MasterChef. Congratulations.
I forgot how long this pause really was.
I remember they repeated this a little bit.
Yeah, they made him say it a bunch of times.
Yeah, and as Christine says, they're getting everyone's reaction shots, so they're just like building up this anticipation. We're all just like making faces, like, "Oh my God, what's it gonna be?" You know.
So all the cameras are capturing it. Reactions.
What are your thoughts going on right now when you're standing there?
I remember just one being really relieved that the competition's about to be completely over. Of course, hoping that I would be announced as the winner. But then if I wasn't, like the fact that I made it to the finale was still pretty crazy. Excited that I was about to get my cell phone back and be able to go home to my family and friends. But still, like, I remember thinking my heart was just like beating like crazy.
But this pause, this dramatic pause, was even longer in real life.
Yeah. With no music, so it was silent. Remember that. That's all in post.
Christine!
Oh my God, what's my reaction if I cover my face?
You're just like, shut up, and then you're just like smiling. And then me, I'm just like covering my face, like, oh my God, I'm so tired, I want to go home. You know, I think it's more tiring to just do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, because like it was hot, and I think it was like probably like 10 o'clock at this point.
Yeah.
And we're all just like, oh my God.
Yeah, because you're not running on adrenaline like I am, like busy. Y'all have been staying around
it's
for
just
hours.
going longer. It just feels longer.
Yeah. I remember y'all get to come up on stage and briefly congratulate me, right?
Yeah, it was so fast. It was
and then they whisked them away.
Yeah, they were like, come up here, and then take a picture, and then they were like, okay, get the hell out.
Yeah, and I remember specifically my brother-in-law Peter was so funny. He was like, "Damn, John, you married up." I'll always remember that. And then everyone else congratulated me. And then at some point, doesn't Joe Bastiano spray champagne on my face, and I didn't see it coming, obviously. So that was like all of a sudden I was like, get all this water blasting at my face, and then all I remember thinking was like, my lashes, because I had lash extensions on.
Man, that's a lot of confetti.
Amazing.
I just can't believe it. I'm the master chef.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
This has been the most amazing experience. Seriously.
I was probably drunk saying this.
Yeah.
After all the obstacles I've been through, going up against such awesome, amazing cooks.
Oh, it was all three of them. Gordon and...
Oh, really? No wonder.
Christine is a tough competitor. I love her. I respect her. I'm just proud to be able to compete against her. I will never give up on my dream. It will come true. Whether I'm a master chef or not, it's definitely coming through.
I'm really proud of you, Josh.
Thank you, Mom.
I can't believe I won.
You're gonna be a hero, an inspiration to the world.
Give it up for Christine! Come on!
All right, well, that's it.
I'm like tearing up.
It took us 2 years to finish it, but we finished it.
Well.
So someone asked, where do you keep your trophy? That's a good question.
Okay, normally it's not on my desk, but it's normally on top of a shelf in our home office. But here it is, guys. See if it still lights up. Does it? Oh my God, you almost hit me in the head with that thing.
Wait. Oh.
Has the battery died after?
It still lights up.
No way.
It still lights up.
Y'all, it still lights up after how many years? 12?
13?
12 years.
Every time we
the
turn
battery's
it
still
on, it makes a swing sound.
No,
Like...
it doesn't. But I normally keep it on the top shelf in our home office, just in a corner. I used to keep it in the closet because it was like, I didn't want to draw attention to it if anyone came to our house. But then I did. People were like, you should display it. But I display it discreetly. But I wanted to take it out for the finale viewing. So
it says winner 2012, and it has a logo, and then the inside top part has like a it looks like a silver MasterChef logo embedded in the resin. Wow, look at that.
How much do you think this weighs? 5 pounds? 6 pounds?
Yeah, I would say about 7 pounds.
It ain't no Oscar. I'd rather get an Oscar. But anyways, any questions, guys? Thanks for like following us along and waiting for us to get through this season. But yeah, just I will probably get video of me donating to NAMI in memory of Josh Marks, my co-finalist. As many of you know, he did take his own life, I think a year after this season. But so I wanted to dedicate this reaction like series to Josh, and then because May is Mental Health Month, I will be matching the donations that we collected over this whole series of the reaction videos to season 3, and donating it to the National Alliance on Mental Illness in memory of Josh.
Yeah, we raised $1,295.99.
Yeah, so that'll be, so if you multiply that by 2, how much will I be donating?
I don't know. Let's say it's 1,300, so 2,000.
Almost 2,600.
2,600 bucks. We got a couple questions. So, do you remember what you did immediately after winning?
I think they whisked us away, maybe for
Photos?
post
Interviews.
confessionals or
Probably
interviews
yeah.
or something like that. And then I know that evening we finally got our cell phones back. We finally got to I got to hang out with the other contestants because we were no longer like isolated. And I do remember that night we all just partied, like probably almost all night. We drank at the hotel, we hung out, and then we ended up playing like games until really late in the night. I think some people went to party at some of the cruise homes because we were no longer like confined to just being in the hotel. But I wasn't able to talk to my family or friends because I think they got separated from us. So yeah, I just remember we partied.
Sent us to the hotel room. I was like, why can't we be there to celebrate?
Yeah, that does kind of suck. I bet that was like anticlimactic. I do remember. Oh, and then I remember it did not. The next day we had to film some extra like footage for Masterchef's like digital channel, I guess, online. So we had to film some stuff and some recipes or whatever. But I remember that it did not hit me that I really won until like 36 to 48 hours after it didn't sink in. I was still like in disbelief.
There's probably like press reaching out at that point. You got to do. Oh, it wasn't live yet. That's right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Are you going to keep streaming? And if so, what will you stream?
Oh, thank you for additional donation.
PKMN Girl Ryan subscribed.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. People have been requesting that I do some reactions to maybe some of the other episodes that I was a guest judge on. Speaking of which, this season, which I believe premiered yesterday, season 14 of MasterChef US, I will be making a guest appearance. So stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram to know when that'll happen at The Blind Cook. I'm not really sure if we'll be doing more reaction videos. We'll see.
Let's see. Anyone with that trophy should have comps when showing it. Yes, we just carry it around to restaurants and then we just like, yo.
I always joke that I'm going to put it on a necklace and wear it around my neck, but just kidding.
Let's see. Someone suggested maybe more taste tests and challenges.
Like what I was doing on the YouTube.
We could do some cooking stuff too.
Yeah. I've been meaning to set up cameras in the kitchen. We just haven't found the equipment. So
stream all MasterChef seasons.
Oh my gosh, no. I don't think I have the time.
It took us 2 years to finish one season. Would you come back for an all-star season?
I get asked that, and I would not want to. I feel like my competition days are over. Yeah, I would rather leave the party early than be the last one to leave. So.
Someone asked, would you rather get an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, or Tony Award?
Probably an Oscar, but I don't know. An Emmy or Grammy would be cool too. Tony, I don't know. I'm not good at live acting. I'm not even good at acting, but it would be cool to get like a documentary made and about my life and get either an Emmy or an Oscar.
A musical. Cool. Make it into a musical. What was your reaction to being asked to guest judge on MasterChef for the first time? Did you feel pressured?
No, I was glad to go back and see what it's like to be on the other side of not having to compete, and actually get to take it easy and just taste people's food and give them some feedback.
Would you go to any of Gordon's other shows or to any of his restaurants?
I've been to his namesake restaurant, Gordon Ramsay, in London. Very, very fancy, very good. I don't think I've been to any of his other restaurants. I always joke with him, and I tell him to bring Kitchen Nightmares to my restaurant. But we're not failing, but I just think it would be funny.
All right. I think that's it. There's no more questions. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll like keep streaming time to time.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do something fun. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, rock climbing or something, or just random
That's true.
stuff.
Christine rock climbs, so maybe we could.
I picked it back up recently, so we'll find stuff to Twitch.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. We have a Discord channel. You can connect with us there and keep up with us. Thank you so much. Oh, we got some extra donations. We're at $1,300 now.
Oh, nice. So I will, like I said, I will match it 100% and donate.
Yeah.
Now it's over $2,600 that I'll be donating to NAMI. So I'll make that donation, and I guess maybe John will
put it on
shoot a video
Instagram.
of me.
We'll
Yeah,
put it on
I'll
Instagram.
probably should put it on Instagram that I donated.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have
All right.
a great
Thank
night.
you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.